Welcome to my channel. The most essential consideration, however, is to go beyond outward appearances to learn about an individual's inner qualities. Outward attractiveness eventually wanes, but a good nature can help two people fall in love and stay that way for the rest of their lives. You can't pick your family, but you can pick your friends. Commitment and other factors make love a choice that requires more consideration than simple inclination. It's important to make sure your potential mate has the qualities you're looking for before you fall in love with them. Everyone desires a person of the highest character, but this type of person is not always easy to find. Many people consult a list to see if a potential suitor checks all of the boxes. Even in the best relationships, things can be hard. No matter how things look from the outside, every relationship has problems. There may be times when you feel upset, lonely, or hurt. Finding someone who will stick with you through the good times and the bad is invaluable. In relationships, the way you handle arguments is a strong indicator of how long you'll be together. In a relationship, what do you hope to find? Take a look at this list of admirable traits to consider. Positive characteristics that will keep your love alive. Trait number 22. A great sense of humor. Having a comical companion is essential because life is tough. With a good sense of humor, you can deal with anything that life throws at you. Look for a person who can make even a trip to the grocery store fun. When you're with someone who shares your sense of adventure, life never gets boring. Trait number 21. Maturity. A relationship in which one partner is mature and the other is immature is not what you're going for. A person who has grown up and can be an equal partner rather than someone you must parent is a desirable trait. Trait number 20. Empathetic. You need a partner who can sympathize with you because life is tough. This person has empathy and will be there to listen if you need to vent your frustrations. Trait number 19. Radiates positivity. You need a positive person because the environment is hostile. To them, it always looks like there's more than enough to go around. When you're feeling down, they can help you see the bigger picture. Positive characteristics that indicate a willingness to work as a team. These are the behaviors and characteristics of someone who has a strong moral compass. Trait number 18. Trustworthy. Trust is one of the positive characteristics that contribute to the success of your relationship. Why would you want to be with someone you can't trust? The person you choose to share your secrets with must be trustworthy, or else they will tell everyone they know. Trait number 17. Charitable. To be charitable, you don't have to be a philanthropist. If you enjoy helping out at soup kitchens and volunteering, you should find someone who shares your interests. A caring and selfless person requires someone who shares their desire to help others. Trait number 16. Independent. One of the positive characteristics that most people overlook is independence. It's a recipe for disaster if you have a dependent person in your relationship. You want someone who is confident enough in themselves to not require your constant presence. They can have friends and interests outside of you, and it's fine to be yourself. Trait number 15. Flexibility. Isn't it great if we could know what the future holds? The reality is that life is constantly evolving, so you need a partner who can adapt to new situations. Finding someone to share your life with who won't blow apart at the slightest breeze is beneficial in many ways. Positive characteristics of a successful romance. Trait number 14. Ready to give and receive unconditional love. You will have bad days and act cruelly at certain points in your life. Your feelings will change as the seasons of your life do, but if you find someone who loves you no matter what, you've found a real treasure. Trait number 13. Kindness. Someone helpful will help an elderly customer load their groceries into their car at the grocery store. When you go to the mall on a chilly morning, they will hold the door for the next customer and make sure your car is toasty and ready for you. Being kind means putting other people's needs before one's own. Trait number 12. Sets boundaries. A person's life has to have some sort of framework, and everyone does this by setting boundaries. An understanding companion will value your restrictions. They won't test your limits, and they won't make you test theirs. Positive characteristics that demonstrate you're on the same page. Trait number 11. Good communication is one of the essential positive characteristics. The ability to communicate with the person you love is non-negotiable. Misunderstandings occur when communication is lacking in a relationship. Trait number 10. Acceptance of other relationships. If you take on a partner, they will naturally want to meet your friends and family. You need a companion who does not try to drive a wedge between you and the people you hold dear. People with narcissistic personality disorder struggle with relationships because they are deceptive, according to the Cleveland Clinic. They will try to take you away from family and friends so they can manipulate and use you to their advantage. You should avoid these people at all costs. Positive characteristics that make the initial appeal last. Trait number 9. Good hygiene. Of course, including cleanliness as a desirable trait in a potential mate may seem absurd at first. If you've ever dated someone with poor personal hygiene, however, you'll know why this is included. Taking care of your personal hygiene should be second nature, and failing to do so sends the wrong message about you. The National Alliance for Mental Illness has found that having poor personal hygiene is strongly correlated with having a mental illness. Depressed people and those with other mental illnesses rarely seek out self-care activities. Dealing with a partner who constantly puts themselves last is challenging. Trait number 8. Enjoys a good time. A genuine interest in having a good time is one of the most admirable qualities in a friend. Lack of fun things to do would make life unbearable. Someone funny is great, but you should also look for someone who is spontaneous and fearless. Trait number 7. Same goals. Although a supportive and optimistic companion is wonderful, it's even better to find someone who shares your goals and values. It doesn't matter how attractive or wealthy someone is if you and they are headed in opposite directions. Maybe you want to spend your entire life helping others, whereas your partner is only interested in moving up the corporate ladder. It's simple to see how this might turn into a problem. Positive characteristics that demonstrate emotional intelligence. Trait number 6. Affectionate. You need to be held by a loving person. An affectionate couple shows their love in other ways too. You should be with someone who isn't embarrassed to show their affection for you in public by touching you passionately. One of the positive qualities that help relationships succeed is affection. Trait number 5. Forgiving. You shouldn't commit to someone who can't or won't forgive your mistakes. This individual needs to practice forgiving themselves and others for their mistakes. The ability to forgive shows maturity and the realization that no one is faultless. Positive characteristics that keep couples together forever. Trait number 4. Truthful. Being honest is part of being positive and maintaining a good relationship. Nobody wants to be with someone who is constantly telling lies. You wouldn't want to be in a relationship with someone you couldn't trust. Trait number 3. Faithfulness. Maintaining a shared dedication to one another is crucial to any successful relationship. It's a fact of life that not everyone can or wants to commit to a single partner. A lifetime commitment to another person is a concept that some people find inconceivable. The loyalty of a partner who won't give in to temptation is invaluable. Positive characteristics demonstrating a desire to succeed. Trait number 2. Integrity of character. What kind of person do you want on your side if they can't handle pressure? At some point, you'll hit rock bottom, and that's when you'll need a helping hand to get back on your feet. Your ideal partner would be a rock of stability, and that is something you value highly. Trait number 1. Compatibility. You can either get along with the other person or you can't. Once a relationship starts, there is no way to make it more harmonious. Some people are drawn to one another like moths to a flame, while others are repulsed by them. It's appealing when you find someone with whom you get along. Last words on appreciating good qualities in a new partner along with physical attraction. Which of these admirable traits do you find most appealing? Do you value someone who is kind and compassionate, or would you rather be with someone who is outgoing and adventurous? It can be difficult to meet the right partner, but that's no reason to settle for a mediocre one in the meantime. Thank you for watching.